one. Catch him! Catch him! Catch him! Catch him!
Always catch me, cause I'm as green as me clover hat marshmallow.
Hey guys, it's JP here, and today I'm bringing you guys yet another emergency JP Talks. Now, just to set a heads up, well, first of all, if I go like I'm going because yet again this is like an emergency JP Talks, and second of all, you guys were gonna get properly like set up JP Talks, because yet like again, these JP Talks don't have like a script, but they do have like a sort of like a normal foundation to like what I should talk about. But basically today's emergency is that, well, like you read in the thumbnail, probably most likely, Mexico's government is not only putting SRB fucking game ratings on food products, but also is now censoring food mascots from from all companies that go into Mexico from producing like material with food that doesn't have like mascot characters. And like holy shit, this has gone like, okay, so context, this has been going on for like a while now, ever since like a year ago, ever since like the pandemic started. Because like, I don't know if you guys know, but long story short, COVID's like really bad on people that are either old or have diabetes. And so there's old people everywhere, but fun fact, Mexico's near number one on like the foundation of people with diabetes, and not just like in Latin America or like in the entire continent, but like on the world. Like as far as I know, like last time I checked, like 5 years ago, we were number one on terms of obesity and like diabetes. And so yeah, it's a problem Mexico's had for a while. They never did anything about it because like, who cares, like it's no big deal. But now that like this pandemic's going after like people specifically either obese, fat, or diabetic, long story short, like our government at the last second like said, oh shit, and well started doing all this because like apparently like well, not apparently, you can actually go right now on like the mortality rate of like websites that say, oh, most mortality rate between country per like COVID deaths. And despite us not being even that big of a country, we're up there. We're actually up there in terms of like COVID death. Despite us having like 100 million people here, and like places like India having like what, like 1 billion people. And so that's pretty nuts. And well, obviously everybody here knows that if so many people here are dying, it's because they have diabetes and like their arteries get clogged up really easily. But so I give you guys a little context, but here's like there's so much ground to cover. But like I'll try, despite this being like really not scripted, I'll try to go on like 3 different quarters, because like again, I would have planned out what quarters I would have talked without a script with, but since I didn't even like write like the quarters that I was gonna tackle, I'm just gonna make some in the spot, but like not make them up, but just like think of them right now. So I'm gonna divide this like JP Talks, like this really improv based JP Talks, on 3 phases. Phase number 1, the context on why I think we're so fucking fat. Second, what Mexico did to try and get people from like eat like junk food and stuff, because like again we suffer from a massive crisis in diabetes, but instead of the government trying to like, I don't know, enforce healthy eating, etc., but in like teaching and like helping like fruit-based companies here like be more promoted, like when America promoted like the whole got milk thing. But like yeah, second phase is gonna be like what Mexico tried to do, despite the fact that they didn't try to do anything before else and just like quickly like scrambled around to find a solution. And third, I'm gonna jump into like the main thing that got me to make this video, which is censoring of like mascot characters in food products. And what do I mean by that? Like, okay, so Chester Cheetah, the little cute bear from Bimbo. And yes, that's what it's called here, Bimbo. Like, it doesn't mean a bad word here in Mexico. It's just like how it's called. The Nesquik rabbit, the Trix rabbit, like fucking Tony the Tiger, and Sam, Toucan Sam, and like all those others, and Lucky from Lucky Charms. All of these characters are now against the law to post in food products. What the actual fuck? Oh, also, by the way, if you guys are hearing like woo, it's because like I'm sadly like not recording from my room. It's currently like occupied. Don't ask. So I had to resort to like recording in my kitchen. Let's start from the beginning. From what I think. Like, I'm gonna give you guys some context, and you guys are probably gonna connect the dots as to why we're all so fucking fat. So, I don't know when this, like, problem, like, originated. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like we've been diabetic, like, most of the country for, like, I don't know, fucking, 2001, I think? I don't know. But so, basically, from my experience here in Mexico, like, food has always been, like, prevalent. And that's the main thing. Like, it wasn't even seen as like a problem here until like the 2020. So basically, ever since I was born, like, and I'm not saying I like this, right? I like, if I'm upset at anything, it's that like the mascot characters are gonna be gone. Not the marketing strategies, but like the characters that were like drawn, like by people here that had like jobs animating and like illustrating, etc. I'm upset about that, but I'm not upset of like what I'm gonna promote, or well, rather what I'm gonna talk about where Mexico promoted stuff. But so basically, for all my life here in Mexico, food has been like heavily like promoted, like in what's the name, in like commercials, media, banners, posters. And so, here's the thing, you guys, like going way back, like maybe 80s or 90s, heck, even 70s, you Americans had like these things called pogs, right? And they were like little, I don't know, fucking plastic discs that you guys threw around.
Milhouse, I gotta have my soul back. I'll do anything you want. I'm really sorry. I kinda traded your soul to the guy at the comic book store. I got some cool pogs. Alf pogs. Remember Alf? He's back. In pog form.
And so, these little pogs, went out of, like, fashion really fucking quickly in the United States, considering, hey, A, it's really fucking boring to play this game with pogs, and B, like, things like fucking trading cards and pogs and like stickers are fading out really quickly because, hey, we got better things like video games and movies to worry about, or toys even. And so those things like trading cards, baseball trading cards, and like pogs, and no, I'm not talking about poggers, but I'm talking about like pogs, like P-O-G-S, not poggers, pogs. But yeah, if you go look them up, you can see what they are. It's very basic. But so those things went out like really out of date in the US, because yeah, who has the time to play fucking throw the little plastic shit into another pile of plastic shits? And so why should we do this when we have like toys and movies and video games? But yeah, basically like the whole gist of like the Pogs was that like you grabbed the disc, you and your friend grabbed one, you guys, all of you put like what's the name? You guys put like all of your Pogs into one tower, but each of you had like one. And so the challenge was that like you had to throw your Pog into like the tower of Pogs, and you know the gist of it. Like the tower fell, and like the Pogs that landed on like their golden side, I guess, or like their like it was like basically heads or tails. So if I don't know if the Pog landed on like tails and you bet it like to, oh, I'm gonna get all the ones that fell on tails or something, and like you drop the tower, you got to keep to yourself all of the Pogs that fell in like tails. And so because like they fall and they like land on their sides, it's basically like gambling against like another person, but like competitively. But so Mexico's government, or hell, like food companies, decided it would be the best idea to have like chips, donuts, fucking bimbuñuelos and shit all be promoted with fucking what's the name? With fucking not Pogs but tazos. And holy shit, like just on a quick like side note, I fucking hated tazos. I swear to God, they were the nastiest shit. So like okay, Pogs, they're very boring. Pogs, like okay, you throw them in the ground and you play with them. That's it. Period. That's fine on its own. But what Mexico did was that in your fucking chips and in your donuts, you would get fucking prizes, right? And these prizes were easy to produce, easy to manufacture, and like produce and like mass accumulate tazos. Meaning it was the whole like normal set of rules of like the Pogs, where you put them in the tower and you try to hit the tower with your Pog, and the Pogs that fall on the right side you get to keep. Hooray! Between friends and shit. But so Mexico thought it'd be a great idea to include Pogs inside food, like junk food, and like have like kids like throw their Pogs into the playground of school as they were fucking like eating their food. Meaning it was a whole cycle of putting mouth on chips, eating fucking putting hand on bag, like chewing up a bunch of chips, fucking throwing a Pog into the ground, which came from like oh god, which came like the Pog came inside the bag, fucking throwing it to the ground, like putting your hands on the ground, eating chips again, and fucking putting the Pog that was already in the fucking floor of the playground where all the little kids are running back into the fucking bag after you finish your play session or something. Meaning the kids mixed all sorts of fucking bacteria, like from playing and like in the ground and putting their hands back in the fucking bag, and fucking like the Pogs being in the floor and then the kids putting them back in the bag to fucking keep. And worst of all, like that little side note is why I fucking hated them as a kid. Because like I realized, like, dude, you're throwing things, you're playing on the fucking ground, eating chips, and then you're at the same time mixing up the fucking dirt in your little ass fingers into the chips. That's fucking disgusting. Jesus fucking Christ. And so, that's why I hated them, and I realized very quickly why I should hate them. But the thing is, like, that's how companies in Mexico, like, try to promote their fucking product. Meaning, like, in commercials all the time, I just saw, like, oh, hey kids, the brand new Mucha Lucha Tazos, they're brand new, and you have to collect them all, and they come inside your fucking bag. And you have to throw them, and like the rules that I just explained to you guys about how to play Pogs, like that's what they advertised in the commercials. And it wasn't just relegated to Pogs. It was also like we choose, which was like a whole what's the name? Like fucking marketing strategy, to where if you bought like 10 bottles of Coke, you got like what's the fucking name? You got like Wiwichu, which was like by the way, if you guys don't know, like if you guys haven't realized yet, like Wiwichus is like a play on words on We Wish You, like from We Wish You a Merry Christmas, but like they made Wiwichus, and they were like these guys that were like Christmas like themed. And so like they made these whole things where, oh, if you buy 10 liters of like Pepsi and you show that you have 10 bottle caps, you can get your very own Wiwichu, and you have to collect them all. And they were like 10 of them, 10 Wiwichus, meaning that like, well, probably, but it's just like the general gist of it. And so you had like 10 Wiwichus, but you had to trade in 10 caps for one Wiwichu, meaning you had to have to consume fucking 100 bottles of like fucking Pepsi just to get them all. Not on your own, obviously you could share or something, but I mean, it was basically the gist of it, like, oh, consume, so you get your Wiwichu. And again, this was like targeted to kids, and that's why, again, Mexico is filled, and not to be racist, I'm just like saying the truth, but like, that's why Mexico's, like, for the longest time was like filled with like 100 little fat kids, like, running around, throwing pogs, and collecting fucking Wiwichus, like, on the playground, because they, like, companies encouraged like children to like collect them all. But thing is, you just don't have to like to collect them all. You also get a bag full of fucking treats, meaning you not only get a fucking toy or a pog, but you also get like a bag full of fucking like junk food. And so that was like the case for like the longest time. They like spent like put around like toys and shit into like food like packets. But then I think before this whole pandemic started, they were going so far as, and I'm not kidding, putting fucking lottery tickets on fucking food. Meaning, like, instead of getting like a toy like or a plastic pug that's like easy to manufacture, you instead got, oh, what a surprise, even more easily like easy to manufacture, like just piece of paper with like fucking 6 slots to scratch off with like a penny or something. And then, oh, if you scratch like I don't know, fucking like 3 cherries without getting one wrong, you win, and you can go to your center and they'll give you shit tons of cash. I'm not kidding. They literally went from toys to fucking lottery tickets with money. And that's literally like gambling. That's literally like, that's what like fucking playing like gacha games, like the things, like the shit fucking EA got in trouble for putting fucking microtransactions and like loot boxes on like their games. Shit like that like got like EA in so much fucking trouble. Yeah, just giving out all willy-nilly, but in fucking chip bags and fucking donut boxes and shit. And so, from explaining that, like, that's not only like a history lesson, but a damn well explanation from myself, like just saying it, as to why we're all so fucking fat. And so for the longest time, like, Mexico didn't do anything about it, and like they spent years, just years, fucking going, oh yeah, new Angry Birds Tazos, or fucking Mucha Lucha, or oh my god, it was for the longest time, when Pokemon was popular here with the Nintendo DS, holy fucking shit, you guys don't know how long, like, fucking Pokemon Tazos lasted, like, here in Mexico. They were just so prevalent here. But, like, by the way, before I go away from the Tazos and Pogs, like, subject, I'm just gonna say, like, worst of all, like, it wasn't only, like, encouraged, but, like, by, like, advertisers. I know this may not apply to, like, every single mom and dad or, like, family in Mexico, but, like, not only was it, like, encouraged by advertisers to, hey kids, get your fucking poggers, get your fucking pogs, tazos, juice, and fucking gambling tickets by eating our products. Not only was that shit enforced by, like, advertisers, but it was also enforced by fucking parents of all people. I remember when I was little, like, I used to go, like, to school, and suddenly, like, from the corner of my eye at, like, the entrance where, like, the moms dropped off their children, like, a mom would say, Jaimito, you forgot your fucking your tazo packet, and the kids would go, oh, thank you, and whatever. And, like, the moms would literally give them, like, these fucking accessories, like, to store in their pogs. And so, basically, like, the gist of it was that, like, for the longest time, there were also side promotions on the side, to where, like, companies would say, oh, well, if you buy 10 of our fucking products, not only do you get pogs, but also you are free to redeem in your local store a pog carrying case, like, and it was like a fucking cylinder for, like, pogs for you to store in. And so, not only did they, very quickly, not only did they encourage, like, buying, like, food to get, like, pogs, but they also encouraged it so you can buy a case to store your pogs in. And so, I swear to God, for the longest time in the playground, instead of seeing Nintendo DS's or fucking balls or fucking whatever, you saw little kids with, like, 10 fucking porta-pogs or portatazos strapped to their fucking, like, the pants. Which is, like, insane. Like, parents were also like, oh, hey, of course you're free to, like, wear the accessory that represents just how many fucking chip bags you've eaten. Of course, people here, since we're so, like, keen on fucking recycling, which I hate, by the way, since we're so keen on fucking recycling, like, people saw pogs, like, throw away fucking plastic shit that, like, you see in, like, dirty, disgusting, like, grease-ridden, Jesus Christ, junk food bags. Like, instead of seeing them as just, like, throwaway, like, little promotional things, people saw them, and parents too, as fucking actual toys. And when you know that you can only get one pog per, like, junk food bag, and yet you see, like, portatazos, like, strapped to their kids, like, fucking accessories, like, kids carrying 5 portatazos at once, full, with, like, 20 per portatazo, meaning it's, like, fucking 20 times 5, Jesus Christ. Meaning, like, the kids ate fucking 100 bags of fucking, like, junk food and shit. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, parents encourage that shit. Encourage their kids to wear these fucking accessories that should be thrown away. But nah. The kids are having too much fun playing with their pogs. Oh yeah, it's like their toys. I don't have to spend that much money. My kid eats and they get to have a free toy, and they don't have to nag me about buying them actual real toys that cost more money. And I mean, that sounds like a conspiracy theory, but, like, seeing kids with, like, 5 portatazos strapped to their fucking little pants, like, that just goes to show that, like, the moms just did not give a shit. But so, leaving phase 1, because I think we're basically done. For the longest time, Mexico was just, like, carefree of, like, yeah, Ah, yeah, they can have gambling tickets. They can have fucking pogs. They can have fucking Wee Choo, sure. They can have it. But so, it was always like that. I mean, if I'm being like very specific, which I'll just mention really quickly, pogs did fade like from obscurity for the longest time. I think like, I remember like their last big promotion before like their big renaissance was Angry Birds, I think, when they were like in their prime. They were doing like this whole big promotion of like Pogs, but like for Angry Birds, because the game was like blowing up in popularity. But after that, they faded from obscurity for a little bit. And then around, I think 2015, they started bringing like, or 17, yeah, because like last Pogs promotion I saw, I think was like, what's the name? Pokemon. They did them before, but they brought them back. I think they're thank fucking God, it's about fucking time retiring Tazos and all that shit. Like all that, the literally gambling money tickets, like they sold in fucking bags. I think they're retiring them, thank God. But here's the thing, here's part 2. So basically, Phase 2. So for the longest time, Mexico didn't care. Mexico's government didn't care. They didn't care that millions of kids got diagnosed with diabetes. They didn't care that there was like a massive overweight problem in our country, where every single person that walked by was like fat, stubby, and like fucking just like choking up and going upstairs. And I'm not exaggerating, that's how it is here. But so, like, they didn't care until 2020 hit, and oh, big surprise, the news says now that there's health concerns, because like, it's not that serious, but just to be warned, COVID is like really dangerous when like touching like diabetic people. That's it. And so most fucking most countries were like, well, that's a relief. I mean, that's good to know. But I'm sure it's not gonna impact us here at all. But seeing how here in Mexico, almost every single kid here, little chubby kid eating fucking chips and donuts here is diabetic, like our fucking government went, oh shit. The Lord just went like, oh shit, and just like fucking scurried off, and like millions. And like when this news broke out, you should have seen it. Like the whole fucking government and like health department and like Secretary of Health and Good Well Eating and shit and like food distribution, they were all just fucking scouring and like fucking panicking, like fucking red alert. Like if this shit touches our country, which already has like 100 people already have COVID, we're gonna be in so much fucking trouble, because like so many fucking people are gonna die. And doodly-doo, what a fucking surprise, we're like at number 3 in the mortality rate. And I mean, death is not a funny, like, is not a thing to joke about, but like, we literally had this coming. Like, people didn't take care of themselves, the government didn't do anything about it, and like, the commercials promoted eating shit tons of like products. I mean, of course they put like, evite el exceso, or like the fucking like eat responsibly or some shit at like the end of the commercials, but that lasted like 1 second from like a 20-second ad telling you, hey, drink like 100 bottles of Coke and you can get a whole toy collection, woo. But so yeah, the government was fucking panicking, and so here's where phase 2 properly starts. Mexico, in their first defense, decided to put in all of the food products here fucking SRB, like food ratings. I'm not kidding. So to the ones of you who are not like gamers, in game like covers, there's like rating systems to where it's like rated E for everyone, or like rated 10 and up, and rated teen, and rated M for mature, or shit like that. But so fucking food products here got these disgusting ass, like, like ugly, like just unsettling, like fucking hexagons placed in front of them saying excess in calories, or fucking like, beware, this product contains a shit ton of sugar. And which is worst of all, because not only did they like cover up like almost the whole entire fucking packet of like food and shit here in Mexico, but also, oh yeah, this whole like repackaging thing where like all products must have like a little pentagon saying how much like if they're like dangerously like greasy or something, that's exclusive to Mexico. And that's exclusive to Mexico because, like, not, like, we're all fat fucks here. Well, I mean, not me or my family, but basically everybody here is a fat piece of shit. And so, we, like, I think we're the only country in the world to have this shit put in our food. And so, obviously, when the government started placing ass, like, ugly ass, like, disclaimers on, like, in front of, like, food packets, everybody just said, you know what, I'm gonna ignore this shit and like fucking like not pay any attention to it at all.
Mira, Inés, dice exceso de calorías, exceso de azúcares y exceso de grasas saturadas.
Me vale madres.
And well, yeah, because like, I mean, you see a packet of fucking glazed donuts. You're not gonna go, oh yeah, oh this is healthy, or oh yeah, sure, I gotta eat healthy and get a whole fucking pack of donuts. You may not care that you're eating a whole packet of fucking donuts, but like you don't go saying, oh yeah, this is really healthy, oh yeah. Like, people know better. And so of course everybody here in Mexico said, what do you take us like fucking dumbasses? I mean, of course we're kind of dumbasses considering. Like, okay, here's the thing. People say like outside of Mexico, they say like, oh yeah, Mexico's like famous for like, oh, their crime rate and like raping and drugs. But I can safely say that that's not our biggest like issue or like failure as like a country, but instead it's like fucking, we're all obese fat pieces of shit. We're all like diabetic. We're almost all fucking fat. That's basically it. So, okay, like many people, they're not stupid, but surprise, surprise, obesity and like death rates didn't decrease when they placed these fucking ASRB like food rating like and warnings in front of like food, because, oh, surprise, surprise, Mexico just doesn't consume fast food or food that's found in shopping marts. No. People in Mexico mostly consume from local services, meaning they consume from local taco stands, fucking shops, fucking butcheries, etc. The government was so concerned with like placing, we should put like fucking like cigarette like warning, like the warnings that we put on cigarettes but on food so people don't consume as many products, when what a quinky dink, people not only eat the fucking manufactured glazed donuts, but they also go to the fucking local store of, I don't know, fucking Doña Margara and they eat fucking locally made food from there, which is equally saturated in sugar or grease, considering it's either Doña Margara's donut stand or donut shop or fucking Luis Miguel's fucking taco stand. That's basically like the end of like phase 2. The Mexican government placed like fucking ASRB motherfucking food ratings on food, like those notices on cigarette packets that say, if you smoke, you lose a lung, or oh, you get cancer. But instead of that, you get big fucking like ugly ass like notices saying like, this is saturated in like grease or something.
Exceso de calorías, exceso de azúcares y exceso de grasas saturadas.
And so they place these notices on like manufactured food, and so it didn't work. We're still like fucking suffering obesity and dying at like the fastest rate out of any fucking country because everybody here is fucking fat and the government didn't do anything about it before until they had to fucking scurry, or else they would be seen as bad for having a shit ton of fat people. And countries like find out that there's a shit ton of fat people because like the mortality rate of COVID here is like the highest out of any country. Just like we're number one in like obesity in the entire fucking planet. And so like the government scurried, they put these tags and it didn't work. Like we still have the same mortality rate and we still have like the same fucking problem. Not many people are getting thinner. And so this is like basically closing phase 2. But so from that you'd think, oh well, what can the government do to fix this problem with like keeping these fucking ugly ass tags? Like what can we add on top of that? And so they didn't think, oh, in schools or like in programming or something, we shouldn't reinforce to kids the values of doing exercise or being healthy or like eating properly or being fit or drinking tons of water. No, that's not the problem. People are not gonna pay attention to that, especially not kids. It's not like we can get like really good teachers or fucking school programs that can make learning about being fit fun. No, we can't do that. That would take too much work, and we don't want to think. We want to do the bare minimum to fix this problem that our country has been facing for years. No, we don't want to. We want to fix this quickly, but not put the work that's required into it. And so, what did the government do? After all this fucking story I've told you guys, what did the government do? And that brings us to phase 3, and it's been just announced. The government decided to retire all food mascots from here. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Like, so many things are wrong with this, but okay. I'm gonna go into my opinion later, but I'm gonna get the context right now. So basically, like about a week ago, they put out like this announcement to which like, oh yeah, to try and fix obesity here in Mexico, which we should have been doing from like the very fucking beginning instead of waiting at the last minute to fix it. We're gonna have to retire all food mascots because they attract kids to eating the product. And you cannot have any cartoon characters or animated characters appear in commercials because it's really bad and it attracts kids to food products.
Los alimentos y bebidas procesados ya están obligados a mostrar en la parte frontal de sus empaques unos octágonos negros cuando el contenido excede los límites que señala la norma oficial mexicana 51 sobre calorías, azúcares, grasas saturadas, grasas trans y sodio, así como advertencias por contenido de cafeína y edulcorantes para evitar el consumo por parte de niñas y niños. Esa fue la primera parte de la implementación de la norma en 2020, pero para 2021 se programó una segunda fase, quitar de su empaque a los personajes de caricatura o famosos, pues estos invitan a los niños a consumir los productos. Para cumplir con esta disposición, las autoridades mexicanas dieron un plazo para que la industria replanteara sus empaques y pusieron el 1 de abril como la fecha en la que la medida es obligatoria. La idea detrás es invitar a que reformulen sus productos.
And so like, okay. There's a clear difference between saying, hey kids, you gotta eat like fucking 10 bags of chips to get like the 10 pogs, and if you have 10 pogs you can trade them in for like a whole packet, like a portatazo or something. And there's a difference between that and just like a nice animation of like Toucan Sam flying over to a fucking bowl of cereal and saying, hey kids, this cereal, I mean, it's full of sugar, but it's gonna give you tons of energy. Like, and also, with the cereal, you should eat fucking oranges and milk because it helps you with your bones, etc. Like, there's a clear difference between that. Between, hey, collect 10 things or like fucking gamble away your fucking money and your health, for that matter, and just like, hey, I'm a cool elephant teaching you. Hell yeah, like, well, not hell yeah, but like, yeah, like, now that I'm thinking about it, but like the elephant from Choco Krispies, like Rice Krispies, like the chocolate ones. In the commercials, he was a fit ass fucking elephant. He was like strong as shit, and like they made commercials centered around him doing sports. Oh no, actually no. Now that I think about it, the perfect example, like just the best example of this, Tony the Tiger. Holy shit, he in the fucking commercials, he taught kids to fucking do football and exercise and tune in to like have a routine. And like, I'm not kidding, like in the boxes that I've bought from here they're called Zucaritas. In the United States they're called Frosted Flakes, but in like the packets they have Tony the Tiger not only playing out a sport or like gearing up for a sport in like the cover of like the thing, but they also have a fucking like a tutorial in the background of, hey, here's a little spinner thing you can make. Like, you have to cut the box, okay, which is like uses more creativity than just getting like a fucking plastic thing. You have to cut the box. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm like getting really tired of like talking. But it's like, oh, you do the activity, and like the activities include like doing jumping jacks or like shooting a hoop or like kicking a ball 10 times or something. And like, that's like basic ass fucking marketing. That's not like gambling. That's not like deceiving. That's basic fucking marketing. Because again, there's a clear difference between having a cool mascot to represent your brand, that, and fucking just going, oh yeah, this popular Mexican star, he's doing a show in which like people can win a chance to get a show. Like, okay, like, yeah, I don't need to explain myself further, but there's a difference between, hey, get the chance to be here, and like the representative for our product is just a Mexican star, and like the white, like, okay. I think I need to be as clear as possible, because I feel like the other like countries in the world, or hell, even our own fucking Secretary of Health from the government of Mexico could watch this shit. But so, okay, you got fucking Tony the Tiger versus generic stock Mexican comedian or something, or host of a show. What does the host of the show do? Like, what is his purpose? Oh, his purpose, like, well, is to advertise the product. Like, okay, that's the purpose of, like, Tony and the generic, like, star. And, okay, what does this actor tell you? He tells you to eat a ton of shit. He tells you to eat a ton of fucking junk food in order to get a chance to get a prize. Or tells you to eat enough of the junk food in order to get set price.
Ya no me desees, aquí estoy.
Genio, quiero dinero.
Concedido, bizcochito. Llegó la Sabrilana de Sabritas. Dentro de tus productos Sabritas podrías encontrar billetes de 20 pesos al abrir la bolsa. Además, tiras con código para acumular dinero electrónico. ¿A poco no soy un genio? Con la Sabrilana podrías ganarte una lana.
And what does Tony the Tiger tell you? He tells you to eat Frosted Flakes, sure, but in the commercials, he teaches you how to fucking ski, fucking dunk and nasty ass funk in the fucking basketball court, fucking play baseball, American football, soccer, you name it. That's what Tony tells you, to eat the fucking Frosted Flakes, but like to do exercise at the same time. Like the commercials are literally like, okay, just to finish off like this little comparison, like let's go into what like the two like fucking segments of like the fucking the shit the fucking to like what a usual commercial is for the two. So with the fucking generic ass like Mexican actor, it's hey, I'm holding a contest, and all you need to do is get 5 fucking lottery tickets, and if you get them all right, you get the chance to be on my show. So come on down and blah, blah, blah. And the whole fucking commercial's like insane in like this show, and everybody's clapping at the thought of like I don't know, fucking like consuming junk food. Because like he says that, and like the audience goes like, yeah, woo, yeah, hooray, and they're like, well, not hooray, but they're like clapping and going, yeah, just having the fucking time of their lives while this guy's just saying to eat the food. And what's a general Tony the Tiger commercial? A kid going to a sport and saying, oh, geez, Tony, these guys look tough, and Tony the Tiger saying, oh, well, tough, well, I'm sure you could, like, freshen up if you had some of my Frosted Flakes. They give you tons of energy. And I mean, that's not false, because, like, since it has sugar, like, it gives you energy. But plus, they don't just show the fucking bowl. They show fucking orange juice and fucking milk at the side of it. Or a stack of fucking bananas or something. I don't know. They show the bowl. The kid eats the fucking cereal. And a kid goes and like, hey, I don't think you're even gonna be that good at the soccer tournament. And like Tony the Tiger says, Frosted Flakes good, they're great. And like you see the kid doing the fucking sport, and like since he had the cereal, he can do well at the sport. Like sports, physical activity. You idiots. Like, and that's the gist of the Tony the Tiger commercials. You don't get, like, sure, you can get, like, oh, if you get the cereal, you can get one of the 3 fucking, I don't know, fucking, like, the pencil erasers or some shit, like, for your pencils at school or something. But you don't get fucking Tony the Tiger saying, hey, what's up? I have this fucking promotional stunt where you can, if you buy 10 boxes of Frosted Flakes and you get the chance of getting your filthy little hands into a fucking, I don't know, fucking, oh, you get the Tony the Tiger card, you can get a free chance of, like, meeting me in person, so come. You don't get that shit with Tony the Tiger. You get him telling you, like, to do sports, and, like, before anything else, like, getting a bowl of cereal. That's it. And I mean, I know cereal's not, like, the healthiest thing in the world, but it's a basic ass fucking, like, it's marketing. You have to market your product or else it's not gonna take off. It's that easy. But so, Jesus Christ. So, okay, I'm sorry, it's just that after saying that I have to clear my mind up a bit. I don't know, it's just God. And so with that said, like the Mexican government right here didn't look at this and say, oh yeah, oh no, like kids are fat and they're dying at rapid rates, like dropping like flies. Oh yeah. Let's not worry about like giving them like fun ways to learn about like exercising. Let's not teach them that like if they get fat, they'll fucking die and fucking affect the economy of our country. No. Let's instead like try to do the easiest fucking solution ever and just take the right away to have marketable characters or well, like characters that are made to market like products on any food product. And you guys may be thinking like, oh, well, yeah, if it's like the Wiwichu guys, I mean, I don't see much problem with that. I mean, they're doing good, right? No. It's not just junk food mascots. It's literally any food mascot you could imagine. You could have a little fucking bumblebee in a healthy ass like fucking honey container, like bee honey container, and like that's gone. Or like, oh well, we don't have these in Mexico, but I'm giving like an American example, like the green veggies giant or something, like the giant that promotes like green beans or something. If it was in Mexico, nope, he's not allowed, despite that food being completely like safe to eat and not like a junk food, despite it being like a literal fucking, well, yeah, a vegetable that helps you in your health. Nope, gone. Or, oh, a little fucking monkey in your bananas. Nope, that's gone, despite it being like a normal product. And so, here's why it upsets me the most. Here's the reason as to why I even decided to make this fucking video. You guys may not know this, or you may know. I don't know. But I'm gonna set this like clear. The animation industry here in Mexico is like just the most empty ass fucking underdeveloped like sector here in Mexico. Like, we have a reggaeton, which is like oddly popular around the world, and we have like some like, well, actually no, I was gonna say some movies, but no, the whole entertainment section of Mexico is like fucking in ruins. And like, if the entertainment section in Mexico is like fucking drowning in the ocean, like the animation section of Mexico is just like the bottom of the fucking Atlantic Ocean. Not even like struggling to swim. It's just like fucking been stuck there for like ages. It's basically dead. But so, like the entertainment industry is like basically dead here and has been for a while, or just like struggling to fucking survive. But at the same time, like animation has been sort of kind of prevalent in the fact that, I mean, we don't use animation here to like tell stories, but like to at least promote products. Like the main reason as to why like there's animation companies here in Mexico, mostly it's for animating commercials with characters or fucking illustrating Tony the Tiger on the box. And so with all of this said, like how they're now telling like advertisers to like get rid of their fucking mascots, which like they don't even have the right to, I think, considering those mascots are from America and other places in the world, not just them. I've seen that there's like 3D commercials like made in the US for like Fruit Loops or something, but here the commercials were still like 2D hand drawn. Like literally, we had like the resources, and like we were still making 2D animation here in Mexico. Even if it wasn't to tell a complex story, it was still there to animate commercials. And so, like, yeah, with characters being banned from even being in the fucking box or in commercials or in stuff, that means like animation, like the animation centers here are like places, companies, like Mexican companies dedicated to have animation jobs that they take like commissions from other companies. They won't have shit to do. They won't have the commissions to take. So it's most likely that now animation companies here in Mexico are just gonna fucking plummet down to the center of the earth, or like I said before, like the bottom of the fucking ocean, because we won't have jobs to like to give them, like to, oh, we won't have like you guys wanted like a new idea for a Tony the Tiger commercial where they played football in a, I don't know, with like a Mexican community? Nope, that's not gonna happen. Instead, like, I mean, we're just gonna resort to characterless personality, like just drained out, just plain out fucking. I'm just seeing it right now, and I haven't seen any commercials so far, but I'm just sure like new commercials are just gonna be like a stock white family laughing while they're having breakfast and just a logo, Fruit Loops or something, and that's just like. That's why it hit me. It hit me so close to home. Like, one thing is like fucking having your damn like country just struggle to get your entertainment industry out of the fucking pits of hell, and the others just like just making sure like the entertainment industry just doesn't take off at all. Because like, if animation was on its last legs, like here in Mexico, animating for commercials, like food commercials, which have like the most like requirement for animation, considering not like any other facet here in Mexico requires animated characters to be in commercials. Yeah, like you guys what I'm getting with this, right? Like, if the opportunity was null before, it's gonna be even more nuller now. Because like, if food mascots, like, well, yeah, mascots were animated and like they don't allow them anymore, what the fuck are animation companies gonna do now then? If all the commissions they got were from food, like mascots and stuff, not like normal ass food mascots just said, hey, eat our cereal or whatever, or just were in the packets, not even like saying, oh, you have to gamble your money, and get the chance to fucking get the sticker and whatever. Like, what are they gonna do now? They don't have a job, they don't have a fucking like thing to work on, and that's like really worrying. And of course there's not like been news and like any massive layoffs or like companies or whatever, but like I don't know, it's just like really, really worrying. And plus it's like, not only is it worrying for animation companies and like illustrating companies here in Mexico, like it's also dangerous, like to touch on the final point, it's just the stupidest idea when you're seeing, like, for the government, considering we have a massive epidemic that's threatening to kill your entire population, and your entire population in specific, Mexico. Why? Because everybody here is a fat fucking bastard, and the epidemic's targeting specifically fat ass people with diabetes, and so instead of taking things seriously, the government here is just banning shit, putting stickers on everything, like, oh, don't eat this, it's gonna be bad for you, or oh no, it's like, instead of saying like, oh no, we should like for now, like, just stop the general production of like very greasy products. We should like put like healthy products on sale. We should give them discounts to healthy products. We should like give tons of water, get fucking tons of medicine like out for diabetic people so they don't fucking die because of the pandemic. But no. Instead it's just, the easiest solution that's just gonna solve everything is putting ugly ass labels that state the obvious. Put a black ass rectangle on a box of chocolate marshmallows and stating that it has chocolate, despite the fact that we can not only see with our fucking eyes that the marshmallows are there with chocolate, but also that it's called marshmallows with chocolate. And also, easy. Just remove any creative integrity we had left in our country, and just remove all characters from packets, even if they're like monkeys in bananas, which, like, we should be using monkeys in bananas to encourage kids like to eat bananas, like the funny monkeys on TV. It's just like so utterly just like stupid. It's like circling around the point and not even like seeing, like, not even taking like the right course of action, like doing all this fucking scrounging for ideas and like just to get like a null idea. Just I think I've made myself clear, and also I'm being like interrupted right now by like my family members, which is like really annoying. So with that said, considering what I just said, and that I was basically like just saying my final thoughts, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Hey guys, this is JPGH, and okay, this is one of another of those kinds of JP Talks where they're like emergency based, I guess, but this is like sort of like even more emergency-ish, considering like it's not like a whole ordeal like the food mascots video that I made like in emergency, but like this is just like a bit of like just news, just things that a tiny little thing that happened. I'm gonna be a bit less formal with these JP Talks, I guess, considering this is sort of like a more abrupt topic that just came up. This is kind of big, and I think, just really quickly, I think I'm gonna have to make, like, another label for these kinds of JP Talks, because, like, I mean, this isn't, like, necessarily a JP Talks, this is more like a JP News Report, I guess. But onto the actual news, and yeah, I think I'm gonna start like applying like a news label thingy. But going into the news, apparently, from a German sort of dubbing agency for like games, movies, and like TV shows, there's been reported that they've recorded voice over like recordings and stuff for a project called Sonic Colors Remaster. And so, okay, this is really, really, really big, because like for a while, like you guys may be thinking, oh, well, how do you know it's even real? Like it could just be like some sort of fake leak or something. And so, here's why I think this is actually veridic and actually like real. So, first of all, when leaks come out of these like companies that have no clue as to what the fan base is, and they just do like these things for like, for example, let's say this time around Sega. When companies do things for like other companies like Sega, they're usually like really bad at keeping secrets. And it's usually like true, considering the company would not have any other business doing something for Sega unless Sega themselves hired them to like do things. So that's why, for example, leaks from like let's say rando people on the internet are usually fake, because they say like, oh, my uncle works for Sega and he said this. But when it comes from an actual website, like a real website that has no affiliation with Sonic the Hedgehog, then it's probably real, because they usually tend to forget to be like secretive and stuff. And second of all, this guy Sippo, which like, yeah, I really trust and I really like, honestly. This guy Sippo has like been very credible like these past few like weeks on leaking stuff about like the Sonic franchise and stuff. And so one of the things he leaked, aside of like what's come out to be true, like for example the Adventure remakes that were cancelled a while back, was that some old Sonic games that haven't been in circulation for quite a while were gonna get remastered, meaning either it be like collections or ports or whatever. Like, yeah, those Sonic games were gonna be brought back in some way or another. And so, this technically qualifies for a Sonic remaster, considering, well, yeah, it's a game that hasn't been, like, in circulation for, like, a decade now. And, well, like, yeah, it's apparently getting remastered. And so, everybody, I'm checking Twitter right now, and everybody's being a salty piece of shit. Well, at least the few people that I can see. Well, while I'm looking at this, I myself, I'm really, really, really happy. Really, really happy. Unexpectedly happy. Why is this? Because like, okay, so I was gonna save it for like the scripted Sonic video that I was making, but fuck it, I'm gonna say it right here. And I'm gonna say it in that Sonic video as well, but I'm gonna say it right here. I honestly think that the boost gameplay is a million times better than the adventure like gameplay. Sure, Sonic's a bit more stiff. Sonic's a bit, I don't know, well, when going on a circle, Sonic isn't that responsive like, for example, Mario or something. The adventure gameplay, really quickly, is like good. It's like really good, I enjoy it a lot. But when it comes between the adventure and the boost gameplay, I love the boost gameplay because it's like so reactionary and it makes you like, yeah, play more of the game. There's many times in the adventure games where I'm literally just holding forward and just like waiting for like the game to like, well, yeah, let me like use my fingers, I guess, in a sense. And while some people don't like that, I usually like my fingers to end up as like noodles or like in knots, I guess, when playing a game. Meaning I like very fast-paced reactionary gameplay, and that's why I think like the boost gameplay is like so good. It stimulates your brain. You have to like keep thinking. You don't just hold forward and like expect there to like, well, yeah, have fun, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna go more in depth later on, I guess. But here's the thing, like, this is giving me hope, the slightest bit of hope, because for the longest time, Sonic teams just been like sucked out of ideas, just sucked out of inspiration, sucked out of any talent. They hired people who like literally had only worked in phone games for Sonic Forces, but this makes me believe that there's a slight chance, just the smallest chance, like that meme from the Jim Carrey movie, like where he says, "So you're telling me there's a chance?" But like, yeah, I'm basically like that. There's a chance to where like the boost gameplay can make a proper return, because like all the Sonic Troopers are like saying, "Oh well, you know what? The boost formula has run its course. Honestly, sadly, Sonic Forces killed any amount of like respect that the boost gameplay had, to the point where like well, yeah, people just don't want to see like the boost gameplay return, but just because like Forces was bad." But here's the thing, just because Forces was bad doesn't mean Generations was bad, or like Sonic Colors, or like Sonic Unleashed. Sure, like Sonic Colors may not be as grand and adventurous as Sonic Unleashed, because like it was made on lesser hardware and stuff, but that like a game on its own can stand. Not like, if Sonic Forces is a piece of shit, we're gonna shit on Forces. We don't need to shit on other games. Like, what did the games do to warrant like to be praised at first, but then be said like, "Oh yeah, Generations was never good, or it was kind of boring, honestly." Like, seriously. But so, I could go on. But I'm gonna save that for like another video, I guess. But so, Sonic Colors Remaster. I'm actually really happy about this, because yeah, it means that that we have a chance. We have a chance to bring the boost gameplay back from the dead. Well, I mean, it wasn't never dead, but like Sonic Forces killed it. Just like how Nintendo brought back the Splatoon community back from the dead. When they announced Splatoon 3, Sega has a chance. Sega has a chance to bring back the boost gameplay with Sonic Colors and make it right. Finally, for the love of fucking God. But here's the thing, I mean, it could either be really good or really bad. I'm honestly, dear God, like the whole game's just made for you. It's there for the taking. You don't have to do anything else but just port it and make it better, prettier, and like even remix the things. That's it. You have the gameplay there. Use it for the love of fucking God. You have all the tools there. And if this quote-unquote brand new Sonic team is as capable as like the leaks have said, and how like they fired all the bastards that worked on Sonic Forces and hired new fresh people to like tackle these brand new games, we should be alright. We should be okay. Though yeah, like my only concern is that like they mess something up. Well, not something, but like literally the gameplay itself. Because like the level design is there, the ideas are there, the music's there, etc. Everything is there. Well, yeah, except for the gameplay, which like, yeah, they have to do from scratch. So for the love of God, Sega, I know you're not hearing me right now, or anyone as a matter of fact, but please, for the love of God, just make the gameplay okay to play, and we should be good. An hour's passed from like people reporting on like the German agency saying that like the Sonic Colors remaster was a thing. But so yeah, I'm excited, and I swear to God, I do not want to see any sort of like negativity saying, "Oh, it's the boost gameplay. The boost gameplay was never good to begin with. Oh, I want to go back to Sonic Adventure." I mean, okay, I want to go back to Sonic Adventure like on its own, and I'd say my opinion on Sonic Adventure, but that I will save it for like, well, yeah, like the Sonic video that I'm making. But long story short, yeah, I like the adventure gameplay. I really do. And if like some Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remasters were to come out, I'd be unbelievably happy. And though, while right now I'm not like that happy because first of all, it's a leak, and second, this came out of like nowhere, I'm optimistic. I'm honestly very, very, very optimistic. I honestly don't know about you guys, but I am. Like, Sonic fans like to do that these days, and I fucking hate it, and I hate it so much, to where like they say, oh yeah, the adventure gameplay could make a comeback. And like, yes, I know why people are gonna say what I'm gonna say next. I am aware that Sonic Forces left a horrendous shit stain in the Sonic community, but people, instead of saying like, oh, well, yeah, for example, we could have a game, wouldn't it be cool if we had a game where like Shadow controlled like Sonic Adventure Sonic and Sonic controlled like Generation Sonic? Instead of saying that, like, people are saying, oh yeah, the adventure gameplay would be really nice to go back to, yeah. But oh, the boost gameplay, oh, it's horrible. No, never have it come back. Like, what the fuck? Like, the Generation showed that the boost gameplay is something that everyone can love. I don't see why, like, okay. I don't see why, like, you guys hate it now that Sonic Forces came out, because, like, yeah, we have proof that the boost gameplay is something, like, valid, that can be perfected and fleshed up upon, I guess. I mean, we're not in a case where like we have many people saying, "Oh my God, I want the Lost World." Okay, those are the biggest losers in the Sonic community, honestly. The ones that say, actually, I want Sonic Lost World 2, please." It's not like we're saying, "Oh my God, I want Sonic Lost World 2." No, we're saying we want a sequel to a good game. And the thing is that, yeah, I want sequels to either Adventure or like remakes or like Boost, but don't like criminalize, I guess, like people for wanting different things, for wanting different like games. Like, why not be like, oh yeah, you want a Boost game? Oh, I want an adventure game. Yeah, that should be fun. Yeah, the best of luck to whoever wins. We're gonna get a good game either way. Instead of saying that, people are like, oh, well, I want an adventure game, but I do not want a boost game. I will not enjoy a boost game here or there. I will not enjoy it anywhere. But so, okay, I think I've gone on this tangent like long enough. But like, okay, Sonic Colors Remastered, I'm glad it's potentially happening. It could breathe in new life to like the boost gameplay. It could save it from like Sega doing something really stupid and leaving it behind forever. And people say like, oh, well the boost gameplay's been like tired out. No, it hasn't. And when I get a gamer computer and I learn how to 3D model and I can make a mod for Sonic Generations, I'll prove you guys wrong. There's still a ton of potential for the boost gameplay. There just needs to be good people behind it. And not to sound cocky, but yes, I am a firm believer that if I got like the tools necessary to make a Sonic Generations mod, I could make a better experience than the entirety of Sonic Team. Seriously. But for now, I think I've gone on long enough for what is like the smallest leak of all time. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and take care. Hey guys, this is JP here, and this is gonna be a little bit weird of a video. So basically, right now I'm working on the new Giga Amy short. It's top secret except for my best friends. However, while I'm sitting here, you know how it goes, working on the Giga Amy short, I'm actually working on building the set. Not that I'm gonna record here, but what I'm basically doing is that I'm basically in Minecraft right now, creative mode, and I'm going over like, yeah, the building. And so you guys know when you build like gigantic stuff like without like tools or anything, like in the console versions. You just basically put on a playlist, turn off your brain, and like, you know, go from side to side, like filling up like gigantic spaces. And so, while I'm doing this, I actually wanna do something. So many people, well, actually no, some people have been asking me what happened with some reactions. And well, that's because like I usually do reactions to like big Nintendo Directs and stuff. By the way, I'm planting the seeds to get into the actual topic, by the way. Don't worry about it. But like, people have been asking me where are like the reactions for the E3 Nintendo Direct. But basically, here's what happened. I recorded like everything. I recorded my reactions and stuff, and while I do have them, I'm actually gonna go on a limb and not edit these reactions. Why? First of all, because like in general, this E3 was kind of underwhelming, which is like nuts because like earlier this year I actually reacted to freaking Splatoon 3 being announced, which is like gigantic. But so, they didn't have much this E3. They only had two things that I was like eager to like look forward to. And that is, well, actually just one thing, and the other thing is just that it looks cool. But basically, I read all about it, and they basically just announced Jurassic World Evolution 2, which I'm super excited for, and they announced Metroid Dread, which is really cool, but that leads me to my second point. While I was pretty excited on the Jurassic World trailer announcement, it came from the fucking Summer Games Fest. Like, basically a lesser E3, like a competitor to E3, but like that it's like not organized well and it drags forever. And so to be fair, it's sort of easy. I could spend an afternoon on it, but I really don't want to waste my time going into back like downloading a 5-hour long Summer Games Fest thing, while just to get to that one Jurassic World point, which like, yeah, I was excited, but not like over the moon excited like with Splatoon 3. And second, while I'm really excited for Metroid Dread, my reaction to the actual Nintendo Direct itself was kind of underwhelming. Not because of the game itself. The game itself looks freaking amazing. However, I don't know why, but in this Nintendo Direct, out of any single other Direct I've ever seen, there were some really heavy audio issues. And you guys may think, oh, well, what do you mean? It must have been because their like computers lagging or something. Go check it out. But no. If you go to like any other what's the name video recording from that time, it was actually very apparent that there was like an audio technicality or an issue. Because if you, for example, if you look at Arlo's reaction, sure, he was really excited, but like you could also see that over there was like an audio delay. And even though Arlo didn't mind it as much, I actually did get to notice, and it detracted from like my reaction. And so I wasn't like really excited, and so I was like more intrigued, but I wasn't like, you know, as excited as I could be, because like the trailer played out, but like the thing is, like it was really weird, because like the explosion, for example, if an explosion happened or like a big motion, like, well, yeah, happened, you like the sound or the explosion would sound like a second or two later, and yeah, basically my reaction was just like, what the fuck's going with the audio? And it happened throughout the whole direct. And so, long story short, I know, oh my gosh, this tangent, this introduction went on for a long time. I'm so sorry. But long story short, I recorded those reactions, and while I was like really excited for them, I'm honestly not gonna bother editing them, because like my reactions weren't that big. It's too much of a hassle. The E3 is already passed, blah 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 blah. But I do have some notes that I had from there, and since I've been reorganizing myself a lot in order to like better manage what I'm gonna upload and stuff, I decided I'm gonna take those notes into consideration. And while I'm here building the set for the Giga Amy short I'm making, I decided, why not? While I'm here sitting building, like just empty-headed, why not talk about like my thoughts from E3 and like have my notes be actually worth something? So, yeah, with that introduction said, I want to talk really quickly. Well, I'm going to tackle 2 points. I'm going to tackle the Jurassic World evolution, and I'm going to tackle Metroid Dread. Which, by the way, I'm actually really sorry to say. But I'm not... I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pick up Jurassic World instead of Metroid Dread, and I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I know the Nintendo community, like me being a Nintendo fan, some of you must be like, what the fuck? But yeah, hear me out. So, my Switch does not have any like memory at all. And I do not want to delete games. I already have little games as it is. I want to have like my 5 Switch games installed on my fucking Switch, because like the Switch has like pathetic like memory storage capabilities. Not only that, Metroid Dread's probably gonna be like $60, which like, and again, even as a Nintendo fan, I'm sorry. I want to sound like really pretentious or like obnoxious, but like the game's probably gonna be like $60, and for you Americans, it doesn't seem like that much. It seems like, oh yeah, $60. Oh, you mean 6 burgers? But here, $60 costs us, like in Mexico, like an arm and a fucking leg. So I'm not gonna spend $60 for a game that will make me like delete the storage from my Switch. But here's the thing. I'm actually really happy to be buying Jurassic World Evolution 2, because first of all, Xbox in Mexico actually gives us a lot of like benefits and like a lot of discounts, which like, yeah, actually helps us a lot. And not only that, my Xbox One X has 1 terabyte of storage, right? And so there, I not only have storage, but that's also another thing. I do not want to download Metroid Dread. I'm thinking it's gonna be like really heavy on like my cartridge and stuff. And for my Switch games, I mostly prefer going to like a store and pre-ordering a game or getting it from there. But COVID's really, really bad here still in Mexico. I know you guys may be like, oh, COVID, you mean that thing that passed for us? Like that thing James Corden said that it doesn't exist anymore? Well, for you Americans, it doesn't exist anymore, but here in Mexico, it's still really prevalent. So I don't wanna risk going out unless it's something like really important. But with Jurassic World, I could just like get a ask someone to go for like a gift card with my money out, and then I could just buy it like digitally and with a discount, and it looks better, and it like, yeah. But so yeah, for those reasons, I'm gonna get Jurassic World. Oh, but also, I forgot to say, I actually got myself. I'm planning to get Jurassic World, but I actually got myself Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is like, yeah, it's I'm really excited for it. I already got it, so I'm gonna talk about that at the end of the video. But first things first, Jurassic World Evolution 2. I mean, damn. Like, so far, it looks pretty entertaining. I've spent countless hours playing, what's the name? The first game, Jurassic World Evolution 1. And not only have I played endlessly the normal mode, but I've also played the creative mode as well. Well, not the creative mode, but you know, the well, actually, yeah, it's like the sandbox, but you choose the creative mode, I guess. But yeah, I've been playing a lot in sandbox, and I love taking pictures. It's just like a really peaceful game, and I love it. And so seeing that there's gonna be an upgraded version of that same game with updated models and graphics and oh my gosh, just so much stuff. I'm so excited for Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's so charming. It's like the quality of it's basically gonna be the same game, right? But the quality of life improvements that they're gonna put are just so charming. They're super exciting, and yeah, some of those quality of life updates are well, changes, because they're not updates, they're pretty hefty. For example, the biggest addition that they're gonna put is that they're gonna, not only are you gonna be able to add like your own dinosaurs, obviously, but you're also gonna be like able to breed flying dinosaurs like pteranodons, dimorphodons, like all those like flying dinosaurs. Because like in the first game you could get like a pteranodon cage, but it was just like a basically like a store. Like you placed it and you bred dinosaurs there, but like they never did anything and they're just like for show. But now you're actually gonna get like actual flying dinosaurs, and for example, instead of just being in their cage and just not doing anything, they're actually gonna interact with other dinosaurs and guests, and they're gonna be able to fly around and like pick up people up, and it sounds like a lot of fun. Not only that, they're also gonna add marine animals, which, yeah, it means we can like have a mosasaur, and we can have like plesiosaurus. I think that's how they're called in Spanish, at least. I don't know how they're called in English, but yeah, like they're gonna add that, and they're also gonna add like many like, yeah, quality of life improvements. So for example, the guest requirements are gonna be more complex. You're gonna have to actually take into account like what kind of dinosaurs you put together and how you label attractions. So like a T-Rex is gonna be like an extreme attraction, for example, and a Triceratops is gonna be like a nature lovers attraction, and it sounds like really intricate, but like well, that's really cool. The thing that I'm most excited for are, well, yeah, like I said, not only the improved dinosaur models, which look fantastic so far, but they're also gonna add like a shit ton of social skills that the dinosaurs can like learn from each other. And by that I mean, for example, in the first game, Jurassic World Evolution, the social skills and the motor skills are fine. However, they're very basic. So when two dinosaurs talk, they just get in like a corner and they sniff each other. But now they're gonna add like many more animations to the dinosaurs, and the animations are gonna actually mean like significant stuff depending on how they talk to each other. And like the animations are gonna be like really complex. They're not just gonna stand in front of each other and just sniff each other, or like just growl or something. They're actually gonna have like their own dedicated animations, and they're gonna look really, really cool. And not only that, they're gonna add like more behaviors, and like the dinosaurs, oh my gosh, like the velociraptors are gonna like talk between each other, and they're actually gonna pack in hunts. Not pack in hunts, what the fuck? They're gonna hunt in packs. They're gonna like coordinate assaults, which sounds like super badass. And like the dinosaurs overall are gonna be like more, well, yeah, animal-like. Which is a good thing in theory, but some people are actually taking that way too out of context. And by that, I mean that, oh my god. But when Frontier said they're gonna make more realistic dinosaurs, people forgot that they were talking just about the behaviors, and now people want feathered fucking dinosaurs in the game. Which, like, I don't mind, but, like, god. Like, these people saying that they want feathers, they don't just say, oh, it would be really cool if they could add feathers and, like, have the dinosaurs, well, the Jurassic World and Park dinosaurs along the modern dinosaurs. Instead, people are just going, oh, well, that's how it should be from the beginning, huh? I don't want to play with monsters, I want to play with realistic dinosaurs. Give me chicken-sized velociraptors, please, and like that sort of shit. And so I'm actually not excited for like how the community is gonna react to things. Because like for some fucking reason, instead of being like excited for like a new game with new possibilities, like the fans of like the first game, people instead of just complaining that like oh this scientist in real life just discovered that dinosaurs have feathers. Like just because of this one thing that happened just now, I don't care about the rest of the game. I just care about dinosaur accuracies. Like, oh Christ, like I'm not looking forward to dealing with those people. Not that I talk to them anyways, but yeah, I'm not excited for the fan base per se, but I'm actually really excited for the game itself. It looks like so much fun. If I were to want one thing from like the entire game, it would be that we get like a new DLC for like the Jurassic Park era, because like it's weird. The Jurassic World aesthetic from like, let's say, Jurassic World 1 aesthetic is just like a shopping mall, like a generic ass tropical modern shopping mall, you know, tons of whites and like blues and like fucking modern architecture, which like is okay on its own, but like I prefer much more like the Jurassic Park aesthetic with like the palm trees and like the beach and like the tropical like ambience and like all that sort of stuff. But now it actually seems like the Jurassic World Dominion, like Jurassic World 3 aesthetic is just gonna be life. It's just gonna be mid-western Southern America, tons of forests and snow, I guess. And not that those settings are bad, but like I said, I love the tropical aesthetic that they go with for Jurassic Park, and so I'm thinking, I'm hoping that they add a Jurassic Park mode again, or DLC, because like I just love. Not only did I like I liked the Jurassic Park DLC campaign, just fine. I wish that all of the guest buildings would have been converted over to over to the Jurassic Park style, but the DLC ended up feeling really basic. But at the same time, I did have fun with it. But oh my gosh, I liked the normal mode, right? I fucking love going just into spectator mode and taking shit tons of pictures. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's something really basic, but I seriously just love like going into the creative mode and oh my gosh, this is just like something like something that I absolutely love doing. So okay, putting up Jurassic World Evolution 1, right? Loading Jurassic Park world and then sending it to creative. And then just clearing all the trees, all the water, all whatever, and having a clean canvas and just going to town with the decorations. And like the paddocks and like the decorations, the aesthetic, the roads, the everything. Building this little park like from scratch, like making it as beautiful as it can be. Putting some dinosaurs with like the 1993 original skins for like the dinosaurs, so they look like the like they do in the movie, and then just taking pictures everywhere, like looking at dinosaurs, like and their behavior, looking at how they react to other dinosaurs, just running around, eating, looking at guests from over the fence. And sometimes just like, I like putting like, after a while, putting like the settings of like dinosaurs to be like really, really hostile. Having a T-Rex escape and just like photographing the fuck out of that like T-Rex like encounter. Or like the T-Rex breakout while everybody's like running and like the T-Rex does like some very badass poses. And so that's like one of the reasons I'm so excited for like Jurassic World Evolution 2. I'm gonna be able to do the same thing. And while I'm probably gonna love it, I'm thinking I'm gonna love it even more if they add something Jurassic Park related. And people said that they are gonna do something about it. I mean, Frontier said that, we're gonna have a Jurassic Park mode in which we'll let you relive moments from the past films. But like, if you think about it, the past films are very narrative driven, and they're like more adventure based, not like building construction. And like the Jurassic Park DLC, they treated it more as like, we're gonna build a new Jurassic Park, but like that label of like, you're gonna be able to relive moments from the movies. I don't know how that's gonna work. I'm thinking that they're gonna add like some sort of mode to where like you can actually go hunt dinosaurs, right? Because like the whole plot of Jurassic World Dominion is gonna be that like, dinosaurs are everywhere, like people must contain them. And so I'm thinking they're gonna apply that same philosophy to the game, to where it's like, in Jurassic World Dominion, people are just looking for ways to capture dinosaurs. The game's gonna be the same, but you're gonna be able to capture, you're gonna be the one capturing the dinosaurs. But I don't know how that applies to Jurassic Park or the Lost World. Actually, a Jurassic, like a Lost World DLC, to where like you get to live like Muldoon, no, not Muldoon, the bald guy, the bald hunter guy. If you get a mode where you relive the moment where you're like playing as the bald guy and you're hunting the bald T-Rex from the Lost World before like they go to San Diego, that would be so freaking cool. But I doubt that they're gonna do something like that. And so I'm hoping that they actually make a full Jurassic Park builder, like DLC, and not just say like, there's a mission that takes place in Jurassic Park, in the Jurassic Park jungle, and it happened while everyone was off screen and nobody mentioned anything. And this is totally Jurassic Park, guys, don't worry. Overall, those are my wishes, but overall, I'm really, really, really excited for Jurassic World Evolution 2. I'm sure, absolutely sure it's gonna be tons of fun. I'm just looking really forward to playing it. Let's see how much time. Oh my god, 25 minutes. Well, I thought it'd be more, but alright. Now jumping into Metroid Dread. It's actually kind of funny. I don't know why. But, I've never been much of a Metroid fan. And people say like, oh, the best way to play Metroid is by playing blah 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 blah. And, I mean, it sounds fun, but, I mean, it's sad, but Nintendo's like really discouraging me from checking the games out. Because like, there's no GBA player on the Switch. Well, as of recording this video, it could change. The Metroid, I mean, Super Metroid, I don't know. I've never, I mean, people say like, oh, it's one of the best games of all time. But like, people said that about like Super Mario World, and I really didn't like that game. I mean, I found it fine, but like, I could have done something better with my time. That's at least how I see it. So, and plus, it's like a Metroidvania. People have said that like, what's the name? Silk Song, or no, that's the name of the sequel. But the game with the little knight who's like really small and has like a mask with like that's like white, and he has like really big black eyes, and the mask has like little thorns, and he's like a little bug, and he travels underground and stuff. That game, I have no idea what that game's called, but the second game's gonna be called Silk Song, I think. But I played that game. I'm sorry I can't give the name, but I really didn't like it. I got lost so many times. It was really punishing. I got lost, and the map didn't like help me out. And like, it's not a bad game. I can understand why people like it, but overall, the setting really wasn't that interesting for me. I don't know. Like, everything was just so dark, and everyone was just so depressed. And I know that's the point of the game. But like, if I'm looking to play a game where everybody's depressed, I'm probably gonna play like, I don't know, I need a game that I can follow along like really easily. If I'm gonna spend time knowing about a world and knowing about like a set of like really sad characters, I at least wanna have something that's like really easy to digest before I jump into like the meaty stuff, you know? And so I played that game. I didn't like it. But I looked at this trailer for Metroid Dread, and something inside of me just clicked. I don't know what it was, but like the dark setting, because like that's the thing. Like the little bug Metroidvania that I played, sure, it was dark, but it was more like depressing. I don't know. Like it was more sad. Like, oh, it's dark because oh, it's because everybody's everybody's life's faded away, and oh, the entire world is like slowly dying, and it's decaying, and it's like sad. But here the setting was dark, but it was more like scary, which is like really weird for a Nintendo game. And by the way, I want to correct something really quick. I said that I'm not gonna buy Metroid Dread, but that means I'm not gonna buy it now. I'm seriously considering getting Metroid Dread, but before anything, because like the games are gonna come out like really close to each other, I am getting Jurassic World. But it's a fact that I'm gonna buy Metroid Dread when I can, because like I'm looking at the gameplay and just something about it like intrigued me, like the dark ambience, and like, oh my gosh, I'm not into like horror as much. It's like you'd need to be like really specific in order for me to like suspense / horror game, right? But like something about that robot chasing you just felt so tense. It just felt Oh my god, sorry. Ugh. Wait, I gotta drink some water. I've been talking non-stop for, oh my god, for like half an hour. Ugh. There we go. I'm really sorry about that. But going back into subject, what was I saying? Weird. Oh, right. Metroid. Sorry, the brain fart. Something about it just clicked with me. I don't know what it was, but like the robot, I usually love like tense scenarios, right? But for example, let's see if I can make myself clear, because I'm not like really good when talking about like horror games, I think. But for example, I love tense scenarios. Like for example, bringing up Jurassic Park again, I love the Velociraptors from like that one scene, for example, when Ellie's like setting up the electricity and she says, "I think we're back in business," and then she goes, "Ah!" Like, I love that sort of shit, but I'm usually not the kind of guy that likes playing, I don't know, fucking Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never touched a single Five Nights at Freddy's game, but I really don't wanna, because it's like really tense, and it's just like waiting for like the jump screen. Jump screen, oh my god, I'm sorry. For like the jump scare, I'm sorry about that. But, I don't like that sort of stuff, but even though I've never played any like horror games. For example, I find the concept of Resident Evil like really interesting and fun. And for example, I find the concept of Alien Isolation like super fun, because it's like scary, but it's like tense, and you can move around and you can escape. Because like the Five Nights at Freddy's, it's kind of the same concept, but it's like you can't do anything and you're like feeling helpless. Like if these things reach you, you're fucking dead. But if like, I don't know, a zombie reaches you, while it's really tense, you at least have a way to defend yourself. And like in Alien Isolation, you can just fire blast the living fuck out of the aliens, I think. And so the Metroid trailer gave me those same kinds of vibes, with like the big robot chasing you around and stuff. And when I heard that robot wasn't just for one level, and that like the robot was patrolling for you throughout the entirety of the map, well, at least that's how I think it goes. But anyways, I became so intrigued, so interested. Like, what a novelty, what a concept. Like Nintendo doing pseudo horror, I guess. And well, yeah, the dark ambience and stuff, it intrigued me like heavily, because like let's face it, like people say, oh, Metroid's like a horror like the game, but like you look at Super Metroid and it looks fun, but it's more like yeah adventure, yeah, spaceships and pew 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 pew. But here you get like the same concept, but it feels more tense. It feels like you're going on like throughout like a Metroid game, I guess. I've never played one, like I said, but it just seems more difficult. It seems more, well, yeah, like stressful, and like that sounds like really fun to me. Not the stressful of like, oh yeah, you're sitting in an office and you're just looking around everywhere, like for the animatronics. No, it's more like, okay, there's a big monster chasing me. I really gotta think through how I like move through the levels and stuff. And so yeah, it just really captivated me. And if I had more money, well, if I had my debit card, first of all. Also, yeah, know about that. You guys may be thinking like, oh, well, why do you have to choose? Why do you have to choose between Jurassic World and Metroid? And the thing is that I'm honestly not that flexible with money right now, and I'm really sorry to say that. But yeah, it's just that like, yeah, like I've been saying, I'm trying to get my debit card, and like, oh, actually, I'm gonna get my INE soon, yeah. And while I have that in the book, like the INE, like the ID, I still need to get myself a debit card, and so that's why I'm not like that flexible with money. Because believe me, if I had money, I would just say, oh my god, yeah, I will buy 300 copies of Metroid and Jurassic World. I wouldn't go spending my money willy-nilly, but I'd at least have a 100% like assurance that I would be able to save up for like the game, you know. I'd have control over like just how much how I get the money to buy it. But since I can't, that's why I chose Jurassic World over Metroid. But yeah, know that Metroid, it looks really intriguing, and just for my sake, I'm not gonna look at trailers. I'm not gonna look at anything. And just, yeah, I'm just gonna let everyone play it, but I'm not gonna look at anything myself, like anything at all. Because I really want that experience that I had with Breath of the Wild, to where like I didn't look at anything and I had like one of the biggest gaming experiences of my life. Which, being a really, really nice segue, I didn't plan for this, but let's actually talk about Breath of the Wild 2, like, again. Well, not again, what? No, but let's actually talk about Breath of the Wild 2. I'm gonna talk about it really, really quickly, but I saw the trailer, it looks great, it looks fantastic, but, I'm really, really, really gonna refrain from looking at any more trailers for Breath of the Wild 2. And you guys may be thinking like, oh, but why? Don't you like Breath of the Wild? Well, yeah, Breath of the Wild 1, and that's the thing. That's the exact reason. I believe Zelda Breath of the Wild to be one of the best games ever made. Like, ever, period. Like, it's up there in my top 10, like, favorite game. Well, actually, I don't have a list, per se, but I love that game to death. And the funny thing is that before the Switch came out, I literally did not give a single fuck about Breath of the Wild. Well, I knew it was happening and I was cool with it, I guess. But like, I did not look at any trailers, I didn't look at anything. I just like said to myself like, okay, it's a game that's gonna come out. Okay, it looks cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna buy it. But then when it came out as a launch title on the fucking Nintendo Switch, I loved it. I loved it so much. And so long story short, I want to recreate the same feeling that the same scenario that I had with the first game. I basically know what it's gonna be. I mean, I played Breath of the Wild 1, anyways. But I'm really gonna refrain from looking at trailers. And this is because I'm really excited for it. I'm unbelievably excited for it. However, I'm gonna avoid spoilers and like looking at any trailers just so I can have like a cool experience. But yeah, that's basically Breath of the Wild. And going outside Nintendo for a bit, let's actually talk about Sonic Colors Ultimate. Though, give me a second because, hoo boy, do I have a lot to say about Sonic Colors, and hoo boy, am I thirsty. I've been talking for 40 minutes straight, non-stop. But, give me a sec. So, hello, back again, I'm back. And, talking about Sonic Colors Ultimate. Ugh, boy. So first of all, right off the bat, know that I'm unbelievably excited for Sonic Colors Ultimate. I seriously could not be any happier. I'm so freaking happy and excited for Sonic Colors Ultimate. I know it's a short game. I know it's not the best. I know people could buy Sonic Generations instead of Sonic Colors Ultimate. I know all these things. I'm a Sonic fan, for fuck's sake. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm happy that a game that I loved as a kid is getting a re-release and it's actually getting upgrades and new music. It sounds fun. It sounds like, can't we have fun for at least once? Like, for fuck's sake. Like can't we just stop complaining for like 5 minutes and just be happy that something's happening? Like, and before I jump into the actual game itself, it's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious that Sega's doing this because they need a pick-me-up. They need a pick-me-up after the shit that was like Sonic Forces, but they need some time to like get their shit together. After they realized, hey, Sonic's actually a really good thing, and we need to put our shit together. And we realized that Sonic's actually a really profitable thing, and people care about it because the movie was so successful. And man, what a fucking blessing that they changed the design, because like if they didn't, Sonic would still be in the fucking pits of hell. Like at the moment. And I've come to realize that yeah, like we may be getting remakes now. We may be getting shit tons of merchandise, whatever, instead of an actual game. But it's because Sega's just getting their shit together and giving other companies like things to sell while they make the game. And of course, I'm not saying that this assures that like Sonic Rangers is gonna be like the best thing ever. But like just before I head into Sonic Colors Ultimate, the only reason people are so fucking negative about this game is because Sega's not putting out another game, and it's because the Sonic fans have literally lost brain cells while waiting for the next Sonic game. Like, Sonic Colors is not the best game in the world, obviously, but it's a good game. It's a fun little game. And you guys be thinking like, oh, well, what about that ridiculous price? Like, oh, $60 for Sonic Colors Ultimate? Huh, what a joke. You wanna know the fucked up thing? You wanna know what's so fucking funny? You wanna know something really fucking funny? Right now, I was complaining about like, oh, the fucking the Metroid $60 and it's not gonna fit on my Switch. Guess what? Literally guess. I got Sonic Colors Ultimate Collector's Edition, or like the Deluxe Edition, for get this 500 pesos, which literally equates to $20, $30, not even for 40. So you cannot come at me and give me that shitty ass excuse to where like, oh, Sonic Colors Ultimate, oh, $60 for a remake of a game that's not even that good. First the meta era's never ending, and then $60 for a game? Oh, how outrageous, am I right? No, fuck you. Fuck you. There's no excuses. The game's cheap. It's a nice little remaster. They're bringing it over to modern consoles. They're giving us new fucking remixes, for God's sakes. And Nintendo isn't even doing that. And you have the balls to say that, oh, Sonic Colors Ultimate, oh, it's not even worth the fucking price of admission. When when Skyward Sword with no fucking changes is selling for $60? But oh my god, I'm sorry if that rant went for a little long. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, I just had to be said. It just had to. It's the biggest fucking elephant in the room. It's a solid game. People liked it. before, and just now, when there's no news, and it's the center of attention, that's when people say, oh, it was never that good to begin with. Look at me, I'm Patrick Star, or some fucking shit. But yeah, it had to be mentioned. But with that said, jumping into the actual game, because God forbid we talk about a game on its own instead of like the climate and the world surrounding it. I'm super excited for the game. I haven't played it in a long time, though I vividly remember playing it as a kid, right alongside Sonic Generations. When Blockbuster was open and you could like rent games and stuff. But like, how do I say this? Like, I remember playing it back then, right? Alongside Sonic Generations. And Sonic Generations is like one of my favorite games of all time. And so, by this simple logic, by this simple logic, I'm thinking to myself, right? If I liked Sonic Colors Ultimate, right? Well, Sonic Colors, when I liked Sonic Generations, hear me out. If I liked the game back then, alongside another game, and that other game I love as well, well, gee, what the fuck does that tell me? I'm probably gonna love this game again. Or if not, I'm not gonna love it, but I'm gonna have a fun time playing it. It's that simple. We don't need discourse or whatever. But okay, sorry, going into the actual game. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm really excited for it. The gameplay looks fantastic. It looks solid. It looks good. The graphics, I'm certain they're gonna look good. Because like, well, going back into the fucking fan base, the graphics, this person in his portfolio has pictures of his work on Sonic Colors Ultimate, but he says he did a really good job, but I wouldn't really say that. Fucking Gromit. Fucking Wallace, I swear to God. And like the people that got that reference got it. I don't want to explain it to get in trouble or like in a fight, but yeah. I'm of the mindset that people are doing the best that they can. It's obvious that Sega just gave them a fucking God, what's the name? Like the raw files, and that's what they had to go off from. It's not a remake, it's a remaster, and for a remaster, it looks great. Like, some shots even have like fucking ray tracing, like in Planet Wisp, the metal on the ground that's like close to waterfalls actually looks wet, and it looks reflective, and the lights shine off Sonic. That's all I could ask for. And like, it would have been really easy for Sega to just be like, oh yeah, have this fucking game. Have this fucking game, and we configured the buttons so they work on Xbox. But no, they went the extra mile. Well, not Sega, because they commissioned the Sonic Colors Ultimate to another game company. But it looks good. It looks sweet. It looks fun, and like the music so far has been like. Some tracks, well, actually, no. So people say like, oh, the trucks, they don't even sound that good. I could write a better song with my eyes closed. Look at me, I'm Paddington Bear, and the Renaissance era's never ending. Shut the fuck up, Zero. Oh my god. But the music, even then, is like not the best music ever, but it's like. Cool, it's fun, it's a nice little addition, and seeing how there's gonna be like extra music tracks to the people that buy like the deluxe edition, I'm just sure if they're putting extra tracks, and if the gameplay from IGN that they got from like their review copy has original music, I'm sure they're gonna add it. Like there's gonna be a toggle between it. If they're putting so much emphasis on, for example, like Sonic's fucking customizable gloves, for fuck's sakes, I'm sure there's gonna be a toggle for the original music. So I don't get why people complain about there being extra stuff. It's like when people saw Smash Bros. Ultimate and said, "Oh, let's make a petition. Let's make a petition to where let's have Nintendo remove content so it's more like Smash Bros. Melee." Like, ugh. Fucking dumbasses, seriously. But like talking about like extra content, actually, I guess the last thing I could touch upon is like the customizable, I guess Sonic gear, I guess. And by that I mean, it's fine. It's something extra. It's not mind-blowing, but it's a fun little addition. Kids are gonna have fun with it. But well, I will say, like, customizing the boost and how the colors go and stuff, that actually looks pretty fucking sick. And how, like, the homing attack colors are gonna be, that looks really sick. That looks really sick. But I don't care about, like, here's the thing. While I don't care about like the actual like colors of the gloves and stuff, like, oh yeah, Sonic can have like pink polka dots and his like the gloves or something. Well, I don't care about that. I really do love like the thing that they added to where like, oh, Sonic can have like different boosts and he can have different colors and it can be either like really blue or like have shit tons of colors, like, you know, Sonic colors. If I'm being frank, I would have loved it if like they made you like pick between like multiple like playable characters, like oh my gosh, like Amy, Tails, Shadow, Metal Sonic, which I'll get into Metal Sonic in a bit. Don't worry about it. But like, yeah, I would have loved it if they had you choose between different characters. That would have been super badass. And while they went with just gloves and the boost, I'm happy for it. I'm glad. I don't know how much work it would have been to port every single like major Sonic character into being playable, but hey, for what we got, it's cool. And talking about Sonic, Metal Sonic, up the Metal Sonic. The game mode looks fun. I don't know how challenging it's gonna be because people have said, well, in the marketing, people have said like, oh, it's like we have a new challenge mode and it's like piece easy. But like for being a little extra thing, I'm happy it's there, and yeah, I'm happy that they're giving you more incentive to like do stuff, even if it's something like really minor. I'm happy that they're like, yeah, giving you options on like what to play and giving you rewards for it. It's cool, it's fun. Though I think that's about it for Sonic Colors. I mean, I have nothing to say because it's a good game. I am excited to play it. I'm probably gonna do like a review, like my first ever like review. I'm probably gonna do it. I'm really optimistic for it, and like, God, I just hope like the fan base like stops fucking whining over like the most trivial things. Like, oh, before we wrap up this video, it has to be mentioned, it has to be said, like, people are like, oh, Sonic Colors Ultimate does not look that good. Oh, the graphics look like the work in progress, they don't look that good. Which probably means that the final game is gonna look real bad. Oh, and like, listen to yourself. Listen to yourself, you fucking whiny ass, like fucking the sad excuse of a Sonic fan. How much time is there until the final game comes out? Like, oh, what is it now? Like fucking 3 months? 3 months? Like if you have a school project that you have to do and you have a month to do it. You're not gonna expect like, oh, all the school assignments gonna be ready in like a month, like a big school fucking assignment. If they give you 1 month, you're not gonna finish the fucking assignment in like 2 days. They still have like 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks, what the fuck? No. They still have like 3 months to work on it. Like, if they have the time to work, it's because, like, I shouldn't even have to be explaining this. Like, for fuck's sake. Like, these people have a schedule and a deadline because, newsflash, they're working on a game. The game's not gonna be 100% finished if the release date's like far off. And like, sure, you could say whatever that like, oh, it's not my favorite kind of gameplay. Fine, I can see that. But like to say that like, oh, the game looks shitty when it's like fucking far from finished. And like, they've been putting out continuous trailers showing actual progress on like what you have to do, and or like the work they've been doing, because they have a deadline. It's because they are working on a game. You have to have a deadline to work on a game, and if the deadline's far off, it means that people are still working on said game. Jesus, like, do I have to spell things out? Like, if a deadline's off and people are working on a game, it means they're working. It's not the finished product. And if in the trailers they show multiple shots of like the same shot looking better, it means that they're working on it. God damn. the Sonic fan base can be so fucking stupid at times. Oh my god. Whew, oh my god, that was good for an improvised rant and improvised discussion overall. Yikes. But so, yeah, I think I've, let me check my time. Okay, we're literally at 58 minutes. I think that was good. I think we should wrap this up. I think I've said everything that I have to say. I mean, I could talk about Splatoon 3, but first of all, I've gone on for long enough with what I've already said. And second, oh, believe me, that's gonna have its own fucking discussion. That is probably gonna be even longer than this one. Yeah. I think that's about it. I'm about to ready to wrap this up. So yeah, to close everything, I'm really sorry if like I couldn't get like their reactions. I know people like those, but like I didn't get that big of a reaction, and plus I didn't get that much of a big reaction. And for like to edit in my reaction for Jurassic World, that means I would have to skim over like an hour of fucking Summer Games Fest footage and trim it. And for like the Nintendo Direct, it means like I would have like, yeah, the corrected audio version of the Nintendo Direct, but like my reaction would still be more complaining about like the audio delay. But yeah, I hope this was a nice replacement, and yeah, I hope you guys liked this little discussion, and see you guys later. And let's look forward to the games that are gonna come out. See you guys later. Bye bye. Hey guys, it's JP here, and oh boy, good thing I'm not a movie reviewing channel, because while Nintendo does things like set dates, be truthful to their advertising words, and like do all these things and yada yada yada, movie companies just throw their fucking trailers out, even if they say that they're fucking, I don't know, if they're fucking gonna, oh yeah, we're gonna air the trailer at the Super Bowl or something. Nah, they could just air it in the fucking morning, just like right now. And well, apparently the trailer for Jurassic World Dominion is finally out. Before, usually I would wait like 5 minutes until it's like ready to air, but considering I can literally just watch it right now, I'll just give my thoughts really quickly. In all honesty, all I'm hoping for is that, okay, in terms of like animals, I want just the OG Jurassic Park and Jurassic World animals. This is the closure of like Jurassic Park. And I'd be happy for people if they want feathered dinosaurs, yes. But think about this. If this is the closure to Jurassic Park, wouldn't it make sense to see more of the Dilophosaurus instead of like a new dinosaur with like feathers, you know? And so if they add dinosaurs with feathers, fine. Just as long as they don't take time away from like maybe the last ever time we're gonna see Rexy. In terms of other animals, I'm gonna be really honest. This is Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs. I do not want to see Ice Age animals here. I'm not against them, but in the terms of like the themes of the movie, it would be a really stupid idea to have a thing called Jurassic World and then have Ice Age animals. They can do a spin-off with Ice Age animals any other time that they want. But right now, right here, no, I do not want to see Ice Age animals. Why? Because they'll take time away from seeing Rexy, Blue, the Dilophosaurus, the Giganotosaurus, and all other animals. Third, the thing that I do not want to see at all in this fucking trailer, and I'm gonna be so fucking upset if something were to show up over here, is that I do not want to see a single fucking robot in this fucking trailer. Why? Because it's never been hinted at before in the entire franchise, and the only time it's been shown in this entire series, it's been on the kids show called Camp Cretaceous, but apparently that shit is canon to the whole fucking thing. And so I do not want to see a single fucking robot here. And you guys may be thinking like, oh well, the technology's advanced enough, so it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's not in the theme of the fucking movies. you idiots. But anyways, yeah, with all that said, I don't want to go on long enough. Those are my thoughts, those are my hopes. And honestly, the bar right now for Jurassic World fans has been put so fucking low that yeah, I just want something good. I don't want anything to jump the shark. I just want to see something good. 3, 2, 1, pop. Okay, what is this? Oh, and honestly, the CGI is really, really good. Oh, what? Wrangling dinosaurs. Oh.
Something that was real.
Aw, John. Oh no, don't do that to me.
Something that we could see and touch.
Wow. Okay, wow.
Creation.
Oh no.
Act of sheer will.
Oh fuck.
Life
Okay, that gave me...
will find a way.
Oh fuck. That's cool, that's cool. Oh, my skin. My skin is filled with goosebumps, but in a good way.
Find her, we're never gonna see her again. We gotta protect her, that's our job.
Alright.
Humans
Wow.
and dinosaurs can't coexist.
Wow. The Mosasaurus.
We created an ecological disaster.
Oh, Jesus! Wow. Okay. Ah! Laura Dern! Sam Neill!
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
Wow! I love them, I love them. And I actually love how this trailer is not like hype. Oh, the feather dinosaurs. Oh boy. But this is more like heartfelt. I like that.
We not only lack
Man.
dominion over
Oh.
nature,
What? Oh shit.
we're subordinate to it.
Whoa. Man. What the oh no. No 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 fucking cyborgs, no. No. Okay, cool dinosaurs. Yes. What in the everlasting fuck is that? Wow. Oh, the CG looks a little bad over there. Oh my god, what? Oh shit. Wait, what? What's happening? Pteranodons?
Plane, right? Not exactly.
Nope. It's something. Oh. Oh Jesus, the size of that fucking thing. Oh god. Oh. Man, that looks really real. Oh. Wow.
Bigger. Why?
Oh, the.
Go bigger.
Oh boy. Ooh. Well, okay. Alright, that looks really good. That looks really good. Man, they didn't show the T-Rex. What happened to the T-Rex? Well, that looked really nice. That looked really nice. Nothing mind-blowing, honestly, but well, at least as soon as I saw that fucking like circle shit on the snow, I got really worried because it looked like the fucking science center from like the Camp Cretaceous show. Oh god. I fucking hate that 4th season. I hate it. Oh my gosh. But besides that, wow. I actually felt tons of goosebumps. Oh my gosh. Besides that, the animals look really real. Blue looks realistic as hell. Everything looks really cool. But like, how do I say this? It's the only pet peeves I have is that the dinosaurs, in some of the shots they don't look too realistic. Maybe which is weird because like the movie literally was delayed over a year. You think they would have fixed this. But besides that, everything looks pretty solid so far. The acting, the everything, the story, it looks really cool. Though I'm gonna be really fair. Another thing that I think they should have switched around. Yes, I know the Giganotosaurus wasn't like the short film before, but I honestly feel that if Colin went on and on about like, oh, we're actually the Camp Cretaceous saw the show, it's actually canon to the last movie, I think it would have been the perfect chance to introduce the Spinosaurus again instead of the Giga, because the Giga we've never seen it before, and the Spino is like a fan favorite, and so yeah, I don't know. Well, unless they have the Spino too, that would be really cool. But yeah, it'll be this movie will be well, I don't know how it will be because I do not like Fallen Kingdom. I do not like Fallen Kingdom at all. But here's hoping, man. Here's hoping that this movie is good. I don't know what to think right now. Specifically, oh yeah, this movie will be awesome. I'm happy right now. I hope the movie's good. But yeah, let's stay on our toes because like that's how they got me on Fallen Kingdom. The trailer was good, and then the movie was not. So yeah, I guess this has been JPGH signing out, and take care.